Right, well, hello again. Just a little update on what happened with that auction lot that I got sent the wrong stuff. Um, Looking back at the video I've posted on YouTube, several things. The dog's making noise in the background. He's crunching a treat. Yeah, several things. I seem to be complaining about the first job lot that I opened being very well packed, which is a bit stupid. I don't know. I was trying to make a video and not make rustling newspaper noises. That's the only reason I was sort of, because no one likes rustling newspaper noises when you're trying to do a video. Um, but it was very well packed and it was really good. The seller was really good. It's quite often stuff isn't well packed at all. That was really well packed, that stuff. So I guess I was just a bit surprised because most of it was scratched up and all that. But I'm not complaining. I definitely wasn't complaining about how well packed it was. But perhaps I was, but not intentionally. I don't know why. So that's that. The other thing about this job lot, and I was probably quite rude about the stuff that was in that lot as well, because actually it wasn't that bad. It's just I was just angry because it wasn't what I'd ordered. I'd ordered, I ordered certain things and they weren't there. So I shall show you quickly. I shall insert a couple of pictures of what was actually meant to be in that job lot, because it's not. I'm not going to get the stuff now. Have a look at this anyway. I'll show you the pictures of what was in it. Um, So in those pictures, you can see, I can't get the hang of doing this and holding the camera. In those pictures, you can see there was a very rare Maybe Toys Alfa Romeo Alfetta in that blue colour. I've got a couple of those in the police colour, but I haven't got one in that colour. That was really nice. I was looking forward to that. Also, there was a Dinky Toys Saab, which I've looked closely at those on eBay, and the picture of that one had definitely got the front grille missing, so it would have been a restoration project. But it would have been nice to get. And also the other thing was a budgie Skemmel Scarab and trailer, which looked quite cool as well. So those were the things I was after. But hey ho, I'm not going to get them because what's happened. The bloke sent me the seller sent me the address of the guy who should have received them, and told me to sort of get them packed and posted. Then he sent me another message back to say hang fire, don't send them to him because he got your model, the models that I should have got, and he's refusing to send them back. So he's basically got the stuff, looked at it, very happy with what he's got, even though it wasn't his stuff. It was meant for me because it's what I paid for. He's got it, had a look at what there was there, and decided, no, I'm going to keep that. Thank you very much. And I sort of get that. It's annoying, but I've calmed down a lot since I did that video. When I filmed that video, I was a bit angry when I opened it and found it was the wrong stuff and not what I ordered. So yeah, I have calmed down a bit. I understand that. I was not surprised when he told me that because I thought that's what would happen. Um, he's not going to send the stuff back. I like to think the guy would have been, not done that, and sort of, oh, fair enough, it's a mistake, but he's keeping the stuff. It's not the end of the world. The worst things happen at sea. It's not worth getting worried about. It's only a load of models. It's only rubbish off eBay. So who cares? Well, I care. It bothers me, but I can't do anything about it. So what I'll do now, I've been looking at eBay. I've found one of those Alfettas, the light blue Alfetta that was in there, the Maybe Toys one that you saw in the picture. I found one of those for sale on eBay in really good condition, and it's about 70 quid. That job lot was about 16 quid, so it was a good value. It was a good deal. Yeah, £70 for that Alfetta. I don't know if I paid that, but I've put it on my watch tab, so I'll have a look. I might buy it, I don't know, but it's a lot of money to spend on a model, so we'll see. And I also found a Dinky Saab in much nicer condition for about 20 quid. Well, reasonable price. So I might buy that one. I don't know. We'll hang fire and I've put them all in my watch tab stuff, and we'll have a look and see. I'll think about it and decide what we're going to do. But it's not the end of the world at all. Those are the two things I wanted, and I can find them off eBay somewhere else. So I'll show you now what I showed you before. The models that were in that job lot that I hadn't ordered that the other guy should have got. I was quite rude about the stuff because I was just so angry. So let's have a proper look at it. And also I've got something else I just unboxed to show you as well, one thing. So let's have a look at that. Enough of me talking. Let's have a look at this stuff that I showed you earlier on briefly, and we'll see. Was it that bad? I don't think it was. I think I was unfairly rude about it. So we'll see. I'm going to send it back to the bloke for a refund, but we'll have a little look at what there is before we send it back. Right. Okay, so let's look at what we got by mistake. Right, we'll move this out of the way. And there's one other thing to show you, yeah, because that was featured, I showed you in the previous videos, my Hot Wheels transporter truck. Right, so let's have a look what we got. Without being rude about it, it's not my bag, it's not what I bought, but anyway. So what we got here, I don't know what that is. It's some bit of farm equipment. Yeah, not sure. It looks like a corgi looking at the wheel. Not sure. No maker's name on that, so I don't know what it is. Is it the front of a combine harvester? I don't know. But there's no maker's name on it. I've no idea what that is or who it's made by. But it's a bit of farm equipment. So there's that. What else is there? There's a motorbike. Pilot sign motorbike. A jeweled headlight on the front. Is that Britain's? I'm not sure. Don't know who made that. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame the guy who got the stuff I bought by mistake and decided to keep it because, you know, it happens. That's what it is. That's the way it goes, isn't it? So I'm not bothered actually. I just was a bit stressed out, a bit annoyed about it. Well, I'm annoyed about it, but what's the point? You know, there's no point getting out crying over spilt milk, is there? So yeah, so I really apologise if the last video it came across as a moaning, miserable old git, because I probably I'm not normally like that, really. So this is a beach buggy I sort of picked up and wasn't impressed with, but I don't actually know who it's made by. So showing the wheels are bent, because it's actually not bad, is it? Terribly, it's not terrible. It's got good glass. Yeah, the wheels and the things of the wheels and suspension are bent, but apart from that, is it made by Zymex? Zymex Dune Buggy, Hong Kong. So that's probably quite a rare one. But I say it's definitely been off-roading a bit too much and the suspension's gone. So that's that one. Moving on. We've got a Corgi Toys Jagger E-Type missing the dashboard. Yeah, I might buy that Alfetta and the Saab Dinky one from eBay anyway, but it's just when you find a good deal, you know, and it's a cheapy deal. It's one of those things I saw it straight away. I thought, right, we're buying that. We're having that straight away. But mistakes happen, you know. It's easy to miss. I think this guy sells a lot of stuff. All your toys E-Type Jag, so it's obviously very easy to do. Put the wrong address on the wrong parcel. And to be fair, I think I sold some stuff on eBay. I don't sell stuff on eBay anymore, but I have done it in the past, and I think I might have done that as well. I think I might have put the wrong address on the parcel. So yeah, I'm really sorry about moaning earlier on because it's not really worth it, is it? Who cares? Well, you know, I'm miffed about it, but you know, what's the point in stressing about it? Yeah. So there we've got a Mercedes racing truck. I think I had one of those myself before. Still got the thing from the box attached on underneath it. That's made by Hongwell, I think. Should be able to see on there. See Hongwell. Yeah, it's Hongwell Toys anyway, I think. Otherwise known as Carrarama or something they used to call it. There's a brand that was around a lot back in the, well, I'm talking rubbish, but yeah, there was a lot of those things. This particular brand, Hongwell Carrarama, was sold a lot in the pound shop years ago. They used to carry the whole line of those toys. So here we've got a railway wagon made by, I don't know, a lot of this mystery makers. Who's that made by? Does it say? It just says made in England. Oh, it's Dinky. Look at that. Dinky Toys. Made in England, a dinky train. I didn't know that. I didn't know they made a train. I was not aware Dinky Toys ever made a train. So there we go. You learn something new every day. Every day you learn something. Interesting. Dinky Toys. Definitely says Dinky. That's a weird one. Right, let's have a look at this one. The old Super Kings trailer. Not much to say about it really. Tips up. That's the only bit of it that's there. Missing all the tyres, most of them. So that's that one. Let's shift a few things about, make some more space. Right. There's this car badge. I think that said V12, but I don't want to sort of mess around with that. So yeah. Also, we've got this Viking. This is actually not bad. I showed this and I was quite rude about it, but actually it's nice. It's a dinky. It's a Viking HO scale Land Rover, which is quite nice. I shan't get out of the box, so I'm going to return this stuff to the guy for a refund. So I don't want to sort of damage anything. Well, you know, that's quite nice though. I like that. It's all right. I think it's got a figure in it as well, if I remember rightly. I had one of those before. Yeah, so that's Viking Land Rover. We've got a Charbon's miniature series. Charbon's miniature series. What else does it say on it? I can't read it. Box is a bit faded. Toyville, apparently. And inside the box, there is some end flaps because the box is falling apart. There's this little old vintage vehicle. Looks like I'm missing something off the side. I don't think that's as old as it looks. I don't know when that came out. Quite nice though. Does it say underneath what it is? What I can read, I can't read that really. If there's anything writing on there at all. Yeah, I don't think there's anything writing on there. So that is that one. Tip that down a bit so you can see what you're looking at. Apparently, according to this box, Old Timers series, and the end flap that's come off says it is the number 8 Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost 1906. Well, I don't know if that is a Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost. Doesn't look like it to me, but what do I know? But maybe it is. Anyway, right, so that's nearly it. Just 2 more things to show on this one. We got this one here, which is a Jaguar. It's quite nice actually, that one. The headlights are missing. XK120, XK140, that one apparently. Don't know who it's made by. Looks like, yeah, some rear bumper bits missing off the corners. So a few bits missing off that. This is why I wasn't very impressed with this lot, but I was expecting more interesting stuff. But it's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, so I'll put that down there. Amongst all this stuff, this isn't going to be a long video. I just wanted to just quickly show this. Just wanted to sort of put people in the picture of what I'd got. So right, so there's another one there, Austin Healey. Not sure who that's made by either, but it's not bad, is it? It's all right. Looks like a rear bumper might be missing off that as well, actually. So there we go. That's the front of that. Yeah, missing a rear bumper, I think, but yeah, that's Austin Healey. Bit dusty. So some bits missing there, but again, it wasn't packed very well. The first box I unboxed in that previous video was well packed with newspaper, and this box wasn't packed well at all. It was just thrown into a bag as it is. So that's that little lot. So that's what we got there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we got. So not very exciting. I don't really want to keep any of it, so I shall send it back for a refund. So one more thing to show. Okay, this is another box that came in the post. Just one item in this one, and this is something I won off eBay recently this week. It's a Chevrolet Caprice by Corgi Toys. Now, someone mentioned something when I showed this in a previous video. Well, not this one, but I've got one of these in the silver and in blue and silver, which is really nice. But I showed it in the video, and someone mentioned about the rear, the window pillar being an odd sort of angle, and I looked at the model and I'd never noticed it before, but it's true. This window pillar there, you know, between the front and where the front and rear doors meet on the real car. On the real car, that's like straight up, vertical. So why Corgi have done that as a sort of, it's slightly pointing backwards at a sort of funny angle, because that pillar there in the middle, that should be straight up. It shouldn't be at that angle like that. So that's a bit weird. If you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it looks a bit odd. But anyway, I hadn't noticed that before. It's always like this model. This model's always really appealed to me. Always like this one. The taxi version, and this I think they made the taxi version, whatever, and the blue and silver one. I don't know if they did it as a police car, and they did it as a stock car as well with white wall tyres. But this is the Corgi-tronics version, Fire Chief's car. This might look a bit yellow. This I'm filming this in a different room, and it's I've got a different light in here, so it looks a bit sort of, the colour isn't coming out quite right. This is bright red, but it doesn't look bright red in this video. But it's bright red with white door panels. Right, so underneath it, it's got space for one of those square batteries. It's missing the battery cover. Yeah, there should be a battery cover on that, which is missing, unfortunately. But the seller did tell me it works. He's plugged the this battery bit. He's plugged the battery into that, and he said it does work. You press the back end down, and it does a siren noise, and the light comes on. The other thing that's missing off it as well is the light. It's just a bulb there. That should have a red plastic cover over it. It should have a red plastic dome over that light bulb. That's missing. But yeah, apparently it works. So I'll try and find a battery for it and give it a go. I haven't got a battery to hand at the moment. One of those square batteries. It's a PP3, I think they're called. Haven't got one of those at the moment. So I shall find one of those and have a go, and I shall show you in a future video if it works. So yeah, it's a nice model. I like that, and that was a cheapy one on eBay as well. That was very cheap. It was less than it was about £5 including postage. So well pleased with that. Nice model. Nice model the same, even without the working features. But the working features work. That's a bonus. So on that note, I should leave this video here. I need to go to bed really. It's getting quite late at night. I'm filming this the same evening as I filmed the last video. I just wanted to put it right. You know, give you the update on what happened and just put things right about why I was a bit annoyed and all that. But anyway, that's enough about that. There should be another video in the future. I'm not sure when it's going to be or what it will be, but I've got my eye on some more job lots on eBay, so I'm sure I shall buy something else and show you on here, and I shall see you then. Cheers, take care, bye.